The development of the Soviet atomic bomb was a pivotal moment in the history of the 20th century. It was a project born out of necessity, driven by the geopolitical realities of the time and the escalating tensions of the Cold War. The Soviet Union, a rising superpower, sought to level the playing field with the United States, the only nation possessing nuclear weapons at that time. This video delves into the Forbidden Project, exploring the historical context, espionage, scientific contributions, ethical dilemmas, and geopolitical implications surrounding the development of the Soviet atomic bomb. The spy network and espionage. The Soviet Union's pursuit of atomic weapons was significantly accelerated by espionage and the extensive Soviet spy network. Klaus Fuchs, a German physicist who worked on the Manhattan Project, provided the Soviets with valuable information on the development of nuclear weapons. Fuchs' espionage activities provided crucial insights into the design and construction of the atomic bomb, enabling the Soviet Union to narrow the technological gap with the United States and the United Kingdom. The Soviet spy network also included other key figures, such as Theodore Hall and David Gringlas, who were involved in passing sensitive information to the Soviet authorities. The successful acquisition of classified nuclear data through espionage bolstered the Soviet Union's atomic ambitions. Soviet scientists and pioneering research. The Soviet atomic bomb project relied on the expertise of a group of brilliant scientists, including Igor Kurchatov and Lev Landau. Igor Kurchatov, often referred to as the father of the Soviet atomic bomb, led the project's scientific efforts. His innovative research and leadership were instrumental in overcoming various technical challenges. Lev Landau, a Nobel Prize-winning physicist, contributed significantly to the theoretical aspects of the project. His work on the physical principles of nuclear reactions provided critical insights for the design and development of the Soviet atomic bomb. Race for supremacy. The Cold War era. The development of the Soviet atomic bomb intensified the arms race during the Cold War. The United States' monopoly on nuclear weapons was shattered when the Soviet Union successfully tested its first atomic bomb on August 29, 1949. The successful detonation of the Soviet bomb, codenamed RDS-1, marked a significant shift in the geopolitical balance of power. The arms race that followed had far-reaching implications for global security. Both superpowers engaged in a dangerous game of nuclear brinkmanship, stockpiling nuclear weapons and developing more powerful and sophisticated delivery systems. Controversial ethical decisions. The development of the Soviet atomic bomb raised significant ethical dilemmas for the scientists and officials involved. The creation of such a devastating weapon presented a moral quandary, as it could potentially lead to catastrophic consequences for humanity. While some scientists felt compelled to contribute to the project for reasons of patriotism and national security, others grappled with the ethical implications of their work. The specter of nuclear war and the devastation caused by the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki loomed large over their decisions. The human cost. Impact on labor camps and gulags. The Soviet atomic bomb project had a dark side that involved the use of forced labor from labor camps and gulags. Thousands of prisoners were subjected to harsh and dangerous conditions in uranium mines and other hazardous activities related to nuclear materials. The use of forced labor further highlights the human cost of the project and the sacrifices made by countless individuals whose lives were affected by the pursuit of nuclear weapons. Success and the first Soviet atomic bomb. The culmination of the Soviet atomic bomb project came with the successful test of the first Soviet atomic bomb, RDS-1, on August 29, 1949, at the Semipalatinsk test site in present-day Kazakhstan. The test marked a significant milestone for the Soviet Union, asserting its status as a nuclear power on the global stage. The successful detonation of RDS-1 had geopolitical ramifications, triggering heightened tensions between the Soviet Union and the West and ushering in a new era of nuclear arms proliferation. Stalin's role and the political climate. Joseph Stalin, the leader of the Soviet Union, played a central role in the development of the atomic bomb. His authoritarian rule and centralized control over the Soviet scientific establishment allowed him to exert significant influence over the project. Stalin's determination to acquire nuclear weapons was driven by a mix of geopolitical considerations and the desire to bolster the Soviet Union's prestige. His strong leadership and decision-making had a profound impact on the project's direction and success. Legacy and nuclear proliferation concerns. The development of the Soviet atomic bomb had a lasting legacy on global security and nuclear proliferation concerns. The emergence of the Soviet Union as a nuclear power triggered a dangerous nuclear arms race between the two superpowers. The proliferation of nuclear weapons, coupled with the possibility of nuclear conflict, created a perpetual state of tension and fear during the Cold War era. Historical perspective and moral ambiguity. Looking back on the development of the Soviet atomic bomb from a historical perspective, it is crucial to acknowledge the moral ambiguities and complex consequences of such technological advancements. The project's success came at a tremendous human cost, and the legacy of the arms race continues to shape contemporary discussions on nuclear arms control and disarmament. Contemporary reflections. The lessons learned from the development of the Soviet atomic bomb remain relevant in the contemporary world. Nuclear proliferation remains a pressing global concern, with the potential for catastrophic consequences if not properly managed. The pursuit of disarmament and arms control remains essential to preventing the spread of nuclear weapons and maintaining global security. Conclusion and thought-provoking message. The development of the Soviet atomic bomb stands as a poignant reminder of the power and responsibility associated with nuclear technology. The project was a product of its time, shaped by the geopolitical realities and ideologies of the Cold War era. As we reflect on this forbidden project, it is essential to recognize the human cost and ethical dilemmas involved, and to strive for a world free from the threat of nuclear weapons. The path to peace and security lies in cooperation, diplomacy, and the shared commitment to preventing the proliferation of nuclear weapons. Only by learning from history and embracing the complexities of the past can we build a safer and more peaceful future for generations to come. So that's it for today. If you like this video, then please hit the like and subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching.